feet high.
Robinson got it back for Ellis. The Glasser goal. In the lane, gets it back. And a slam and a foul. They beat in the lane to Robinson. Hooks and hits. They can take the lead. To the rim. Robinson. David against Charles Jones. Taps. Robinson draws the double. The Glasser in the second half. Robinson with a foul line. Pop and a drop. Great cut by Anderson. And a 9-point lead as Isaiah gets one. David Robinson. With a good first half. Trying to go back to him now. He'll take it inside. Got a block. Caddy sticks it back short. Robinson with a finish and a foul.
Bothered by lose.
I just shot my shot at this little dot. I'm trying to crit that neck on her big neck. My niggas selling crit.
What's up, YouTubers? We're back in video with a big body banger to 2 video. Now, first things first, make sure you like and subscribe on the 4K. You know what I'm saying? Today, I am the build dealer on your local corner. I'm coming out with this David Robinson build video. Yes, sir. It was requested for next gen, and here it is today. Also, my bad if you hear voices in the background. I'm currently in a public setting, but you know, I gotta record. You know, I do anything for y'all, so this is definitely one of those instances. But yeah, it was requested. Y'all wanted to see it on next gen. I already did it on current gen, so here it is today. I had a good time making it. It's definitely one of the most useful builds that I've made, and one of the most practical 2K next gen builds that I've made. So I had a good time making it. I had a good time pretty much figuring out what to do with it and what attributes to put toward it. But just know that it's like a two-way, all-around post-scoring type of build. You'll have a lot of finishing, defending, and on top of that, you'll have a great post control and the ability to just dunk on people, finish over other people. So that is pretty much what I was going for, and you'll see. So without further ado, let's get right into the attributes that I use for this David Robinson build video. All right, so as you see, I am center, left-handed, yada yada. You know, that's already the logistics. Now, I made him 7'1" because David Robinson is 7'1" in real life. His weight is 249 pounds and his wingspan is 7'5". You know, with this, you have the ability to get contact dunks, just pro big man contact dunks, because your vertical isn't high enough for the elite big man contact dunks in general. Now, as you see right here, I'm gonna pretty much almost max out the close shot. You see right here, I started off with it maxed out, but I'm going to take some points off of it to put toward pass accuracy and ball handling a little bit later. You see, I maxed out the driving dunk, I maxed out the driving layup. You know, I put the mid-range to 85 and the free throw up just a bit, just so that I'm able to shoot free throws at least. You see, with my defense rebound, offense rebounds at 95, I max out the blocking. Well, not max out, my bad. I put the blocking up to 95. I max out the steal, perimeter defense, and I put the interior defense to 95. And in the physicals, I max out the speed, acceleration, strength, and I put the stamina to 95, and I put the vertical to 70. You know, I didn't want to max out the vertical. That's just a wasted badge point. So you see right here, I also put the post control up to 95 and the standing dunk all the way up to 90, you know, just so that I have the ability to be dominant in the post, truly capture what David Robinson was as a player. You know, he was the enforcer. So as I said earlier, you know, I take a little bit off of the close shot just to put toward pass accuracy and ball handling. You know, I'm just trying to figure out what to do, because obviously the worst thing possible is to have a big man that gets ripped every time he goes in the post, and I was not trying to have that. So I knew that practically I needed some type of ball handling attribute just to make sure that I wasn't getting ripped every single time I decided to post up. You know, that obviously is not the way to go in 2K or with any build, you know, especially not a big man build, because then it'd pretty much be rendered useless. You know, there'd be no use to it. It just get turnovers every possession, you know. So this is pretty much the attribute spread for it. And I feel like this really did capture David Robinson. It was an accurate representation. Now for the takeover, I went with obviously a post scoring takeover and a defensive takeover, but you could go with a glass cleaning takeover. Just need to have that defensive takeover in it regardless. So I went with advanced post moves and stuff blocks, you know, just because I feel like that did capture what he was the greatest at. He was dominant in the post, you know, in terms of his drop steps and just getting to a spot. He was such a force. Mans was like a Greek sculpture, you know. And then on defense, he was the enforcer, you know. The paint was his. He protected the paint. That is the reason why the Spurs won those first 2 championships, I believe. That was with David Robinson, you know. Obviously, they had Tim Duncan as well, but David Robinson was a big part of it. You know, David Robinson just had the ability to control the game. You saw at the start of the clips, or the start of the video, you saw the clips of his quadruple double game. Yeah, quadruple double. What other player is getting quadruple doubles? You know, that's a rarity. So just saying, like, he does what he needs to do in order to win, succeed, all that. So with this build, it was David Robinson. You know, I was able to enforce the paint and enforce the perimeter. I got a lot of blocks, a lot of dunks, you know, a lot of post moves, post spins, post fadeaways, mid ranges. The face up game was crazy. You know, it was the epitome of a two-way post scoring build. I could shoot consistently from the post, from the mid-range area. You know, I could post hook over defenders. I could dunk on them if I was close enough to the rim. You know, I was able to utilize some post moves like up and under, you know, things like that. So all in all, this build was definitely dominant and is one of the more practical builds. As I said earlier, you know, this obviously has an easy application into the actual game because it's not needed. You know, you need a build that can not only post score and post fade, but can also play amazing defense on players. And this is definitely one of the builds that can do that, you know, because it is well versed and well rounded in those areas. Now, David Robinson in real life, if you're a real basketball fan or like a diehard, you know that he spent the first 2 years of his NBA career overseas, you know, for the Navy, I believe. So Mans was fighting for his country and fighting for the Spurs. Like, the man, he went to Navy college, like, and then came out as one of the best big men in the league. Like, immediately he was an all-star, I believe, or at least all-star caliber. You know, he just came out like ready to just take the league by storm, and that's unprecedented. You don't see that a lot of times. You know, he came out obviously in Navy shape. Mans was just built strong, and on top of that, he got drafted knowing that he was going to fight for his country. So it's just a lot. I don't know, it's an amazing story to me that he was able to balance all that and then have a Hall of Fame level career. Well, not even just a Hall of Fame level, but a top Hall of Fame level type of career. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're on over 4K, you know what I'm saying? Comment any builds y'all want and I will eventually get to them. But until then, I'm out. Peace.